follow up
Sarah,
on that?
Alton Sterling, the charges against the police officers.
I'm sorry, can you speak up a little bit?
There were no charges against the police officers in the Alton Sterling police shooting. What does the president have to say about that, particularly as he is a strong supporter of police? And then you have the issue, we're in the midst of that issue that happened, that fatal shooting of the young man in California behind his grandmother's house with a cell phone.
Certainly a terrible incident. This is something that is a local matter, and that's something that we feel should be left up to the local authorities at this point in
Feel
time.
about that? He was strongly behind police. He supports police, as much of America does, but wants to weed out bad policing. What does he say about weeding out bad policing when you continue to see these kinds of situations occur over and over again?
Certainly, we want to make sure that all law enforcement is carrying out the letter of the law. The president's very supportive of law enforcement. But at the same time, in these specific cases, in these specific instances, those would be left up to local authorities to make that determination, and not something for the federal government to weigh into.
One more large
Sorry, I'm
case.
gonna
Wait a
keep
minute,
going.
there's one more large case that's still lingering.
Sorry,
Eric Garner, that cried out 11 times, "I can't breathe." His mother is still looking for something, an indictment of the police officers in New York. Does the president, has he asked them what's the status? Is it going to, if something's going to happen, what?
I'm not aware of any specific action. Once again, these would be local matters that should be left up to the local authority.
These are local issues. And with respect, this seems to be an issue that the entire country is grappling with. These tensions between communities of color and police departments. Does the president not need to show leadership on this issue?
Look, we certainly, when the president has talked about a number of issues, we want to find ways to bring the country together, certainly not looking for any place of division. I think you've seen that in the policies that he's put forward. He wants to grow the economy, he wants to do that for everybody. He wants a better America for every American, and that's been a repeated thing out of this White House. But when it comes to the authority to on the rulings that have taken place in the last few days, those are things that have to be done at a local level, and they're not federal decisions at this point in time.
There are a lot of African American moms all across the country feel as though their sons are dying. So doesn't the president feel like he needs to do something about that?
I think we should do every single thing we can, every single day, to protect the people of this country. I think the president, whether they're black, white, Hispanic, male or female, rich or poor, we look for ways to protect the individuals in this country, particularly children. That's why you've seen the president take an active role over the last several months in school safety and looking at ways. We want to do that across the board, whether a kid is in a school, whether they're at home, no matter where they are in this country, kids should feel safe. And that's why this president has focused on safety and security as a big part of the priorities of this administration, both through securing our borders and stopping the flow of drugs, stopping the flow of gangs, stopping the number of school shootings by the Stop School Violence Act, the background system. I'm not saying it's perfect, and until every child is safe, we can always do more, and we're going to show up every day for work trying to do exactly that.